Two people in the past month convinced me that I need to go ahead and get me a DVD player. You pay for all these subscriptions and you have no say what show stays or goes. It doesn't even matter if it's your favorite show.
You're gonna own nothing and be happy. Oh, you wanna watch Freaky Friday? It's on our platform. Pay up. Pay up. Sickening.
PlayStation is now going to be offering a subscription service, so not only do you have to pay to be online, but now you're going to have to pay per month to use the equipment.
I do not side with this one bit.
I was using Word just fine, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, you don't have a subscription. Subscription? Shouldn't your ass already be on the computer? I bought a computer to write stuff on. Like, tell me why I'm just trying to write a simple document and print it out and it just cost me $25.99.
Computers literally used to come, especially Windows computer, they literally used to come with Microsoft Word in it, locked in. She has to pay to type. What the heck? Yo, now I'm thinking about it. This is actually kind of crazy. She literally has to pay to type.
I asked about remote start and they're like, yeah, you can do it. And I was like, great, show me how to do it for my key. And they're like, no, not that way. You're gonna download our Toyota app and you're gonna pay $10 a month so that you can remote start your car.
I'm paying bread to start. I'm paying money to start the car.
Why is everything a subscription? Why am I not allowed to send an email? Because I don't have storage. What the actual heck?
Bought a printer a couple years ago from Costco. Can't even use the thing without a subscription. You cannot print anything without a subscription.
This is getting out of hand. You need to pay a monthly fee to start your car. You pay a monthly fee to access music, and you have to go through layers of monthly payments just to access your favorite movies. Respectfully, this stuff is getting completely out of hand, and the future of you will own nothing and be happy isn't years away. We're currently living in it. Let's get into it.
I'm so tired of subscription culture. Two people in the past month convinced me that I need to go ahead and get me a DVD player. You pay for all these subscriptions and you have no say what show stays or goes. It doesn't even matter if it's your favorite show. But if you have a DVD player, you have that movie, show, CD, music for the rest of your life. We're getting in the habit of not owning anything but renting everything. Even trying to make consoles obsolete, put everything on the cloud for a subscription fee. And they'll do all the processing in their data centers on their own. Nowadays, you barely own anything. In some cities, it makes more sense to rent than own. Certain little things that inconvenience you, your favorite show leaves Netflix, and now you have to pay for another subscription on a bad streaming service that has nothing to offer but that one show. But now if you have a DVD player, you could just pop it in and play it whenever you want. For music, CD players, 9 times out of 10, Apple and Spotify puts filters on these music so you don't even hear the full thing. And it sounds way better playing it from a CD player or listening in your house.
Respectfully, subscription culture needs to come to a strong end. I completely agree with this guy. Everything is a subscription now. You can't do nothing without having to pay at least $4.99 a month to be able to access it. Honestly, I lied. $4.99 a month is too low. Base minimum you paying for any subscription service is $9.99 out here. And that's the truth 100% of the time. This has gotten extremely terrible to the point where me and my wife will literally sit down. We got Amazon Prime Video, right? We'll sit down and watch a movie or want to watch a movie. And then we'll just like kind of click through things or look at the thumbnails for the movie that we're, looking to watch, see if something catches our interest. And then my wife will be like, oh my gosh, babe, choose this movie, choose this, or let's watch this. Or sometimes I'll make the mistake of choosing something that looks interesting and then I'll click it. And then it's like, you got to pay $11.99 in order to access this through Stars. What do you mean? What do you mean I have to access this through Stars? It's on Amazon Prime Video right here, right now. If it's not on the platform, just get it out. Just get it out. And that stuff happens to us countless times where we're looking for a movie, we click it, and we have to go download a completely different streaming service, pay for it just to be able to experience that movie once. No, this is absolutely ridiculous. I completely agree. Subscription culture is getting absolutely out of hand. It's just too much fragmentation. Everything is fragmented. Ownership is not the way anymore. You're gonna have things, but you're not gonna own them. You're gonna own nothing and be happy. That's the truth. This is where we're headed. Nothing is gonna belong to you anymore. Nothing. You can't have a sense of ownership anymore. Hey, the reality of the situation is you're gonna have to start buying your movies now. And honestly, new movies, let's be real, they've been sucking a lot recently. They've been trash recently. So to be quite frank with you, Disney Plus, I'm not paying for that. A lot of you new movies are boo-boo. They're boo-boo. They are boo-boo. I find myself watching older movies. Even my wife, she's been going back into the 80s, early 90s to catch movies. And I'm like, respectfully, I'm here for it. We at the point now where we watching movies on YouTube free with ads because we're just not trying to pay for one subscription service. We click a movie that we're interested in, and then we find out that there's another layer of payment. Absolutely ridiculous. Ownership is dead. This is the culture. This is the culture. Nickeling and diming you. No ownership. You're gonna own nothing. You're gonna be completely content with it. You're borrowing your music. The music sounds trash because you got the subscription version that gives you the base level quality for the music. If you want that high level fidelity in the audio, you gotta pay another subscription to get good music, to listen to good music at high quality. I have to get to the from the bronze version to the silver version or to the gold version of the subscription in order to get good quality music. No, it's sickening. It's sickening. It's sickening. And it takes away the love that a lot of people have for things. Like I have vinyls in the back right here. I own those. If I ever want to listen to Travis Scott or Kendrick Lamar, all I got to do is pull up the vinyl player, drop that in there, and I can listen to it forever. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all, sometimes I don't pay for Spotify. Sometimes I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it for this month or for the next 2 months. I got a free 3 months of YouTube music. I'm gonna just leverage that until I'm ready to pay for something else that's gonna give me 3 months for $1 and things of that nature. Honestly, that's a better way. That's a good way to save money because the reality of the situation is back then cable used to be like what, $75, like $75 or something. And now subscription services, if you get all subscription services, you about just under $200 in on a monthly basis. And that's the truth. We talking Peacock, we talking about ESPN Plus, we talking about Disney Plus, we talking about Netflix, talking about Stars, Paramount, all these different subscriptions. Fragmented. Everybody's trying to get this one movie. It's on our platform. Oh, you want to watch Freaky Friday? It's on our platform. Pay up. Sickening. Let's move on.
Do y'all remember how HP, the laptop company, put out that they're going to have a subscription service so you are able to now rent out their laptops for a certain fee per month and you'll never own it? This is what they're trying to push it as, that, hey, it's awesome because you get AI-powered HP laptop, you get 5G connection, you get 24-hour service for anything, and, you also get the newest tech after 1 year. It only costs you $34.99 for the rest of your life.
Hold on, because we got to go back really quickly and address this. This is their value proposition in order to get a laptop, in order to have a laptop subscription, according to HP. Get access to a new AI-powered HP laptop and optional accessories. Really? AI-powered? Bro, we've been using AI since 2000, since the advent of technology. We've been locked in with AI. I get it. Like, there's a crazy AI bubble, crazy AI craze right now, but that is not an excuse for you to make people pay for a subscription on a laptop. That's no excuse. Choose our premium model with on-the-go 5G connectivity. 5G is the standard now. That's the standard. Enjoy priority 24/7 support with replacements set next business day. I guess. I think, isn't that what a business is supposed to be doing anyway? Providing 24/7 support for their customers who purchase their products anyway. That's what they're supposed to be doing anyway. This is not value prop. Upgrade to the newest tech after 1 year. This is essentially like iPhones. People who purchase iPhones every year, they never pay it off. They just pay for it monthly. Once the new one comes out, they get it. They never have once owned an iPhone since the release of iPhone, or since your ability to be able to upgrade and trade in and things of that nature. Try it risk-free for 30 days days, plan starting at $34.99 a month. Imagine paying $34.99 a month for a computer that you may only use for 3 years. I have a MacBook that I've had for 7 years. I bought it the first time. I still use that thing to this day. Works like a peach. Absolutely absurd.
$34.99 for the rest of your life. Here's just a few of the laptops. And here's also the equipment you can rent out as well. And now we have to deal with this. PlayStation is now going to be offering a subscription service. So not only do you have to pay to be online, but now you're going to have to pay per month to use the equipment. And you ask me why that is a big deal. Well, this is why it's a big deal, because of what Jeff Bezos has said in the past. Like literally a couple months ago, he was talking about how at some point he would like that we don't own PCs anymore. We rent out the equipment, the processing power, everything through Amazon or whoever the product is made for. I'm sorry you're hearing my dogs in the background. And look what happened to streaming. It's the exact same thing, where streaming used to be an alternative option to owning a TV subscription for your actual TV. And now it is so like people want to make so much money. Only certain shows are on certain live streaming things. So if you want to watch one specific show, you have to like pay for that entire streaming service. It's going to become the same way, and we're not going to be able to own any PCs, computers, laptops, anything like that. Everything is going to go to a subscription-based service, and we're going to hate our lives more than we already do. They want to take our ownership away. That's the issue.
Ownership is so critically important. You have to understand that, because it's about accessing what you want, when you want, how you want it. It's about maintaining the thing forever, being able to pass it down from generation to generation to generation. That's why ownership is so important. And it's like an emotional thing. Like you're emotionally attached to this particular thing, so you want to have access to it whenever you like. That's the whole point. Now they talk about video games. Your video game, your good old PlayStation 5, you're gonna have to rent that out. You'll never own it, but you can rent it out. You can play your games for a little bit. You know why a majority of this stuff is happening is because of this massive AI push, especially regarding physical hardware like computers or electronic devices. Everything is AI powered now. Everything is AI powered, AI this, AI that. People are going to be relying on AI. Because of this, major companies are spending an arm and a leg to get resources that make AI work. Things like GPUs, stuff that you find in a computer, in a game console, things like a CPU, RAM prices are going through the roof. Random access memory. That's one of the most critical components to your computer or to like your PlayStation and things of that nature. All these companies, they switch their business model. They're selling these things to people who are investing heavily into AI, and the prices are rising up like crazy now. So now if you're looking to go purchase like an Xbox or something, the price went from like $500 to like $700 and things of that nature. And now and because of how expensive these tools are, like RAM, GPU, CPU, it's going to be harder for companies like a HP to just on a yearly basis continue to make new products without charging absorbent prices, absurd, astronomically high prices. So now they have to rent it out to you, because upfront you may not be able to afford it. A computer that used to cost $1,500 to build or to make or to purchase outright, now it costs you about $3,500 to build or to purchase outright. I do not side with this one bit. I like ownership. Ownership is good. Ownership is actually one of the few things that's actually a part of your freedom out here. You can't be free unless there's ownership involved. Because if you're always borrowing, if you're always getting nickel and dime, your future self is who has to pay for it. And that's absolutely tough. Let's move on to the next one.
Since when did we live in a world where we have to have a subscription for everything? What do you mean this computer doesn't already have Microsoft and stuff on it? I was using Word just fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, you don't have a subscription. Subscription? Shouldn't your ass already be on the computer? I bought a computer to write stuff on. Why can't I write? You don't have a subscription. Okay. Gets the subscription, goes to print something. Oh, sorry, you don't have an HP Instant Ink subscription. You can't print. What do you mean? It's fully loaded with ink. We got 2 of them. Color, black and white. Everything you need. Right in there. Sorry, you also need a subscription. Tell me why I'm just trying to write a simple document and print it out and it just cost me $25.99. My stuff that I already paid for, $25.99. I haven't even left my house. costing me money.
And that's the thing with the subscription business model. From a business standpoint, oh my Lord, it is such a beautiful, beautiful business model, because one of the things that a lot of businesses look out for is, hey, can we maintain a particular amount of revenue from a year to year basis or quarter to quarter basis? Yo, ARR, annual recurring revenue, subscriptions are the easiest way to track and to predict and to project how you're going to be doing a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and things of that nature. As long as it's not, you know, a lot of cancellation fees. But the subscription model, it's a viable business model. But yo, computers literally used to come, especially Windows computer, they literally used to come with Microsoft Word in it, locked in. I remember those days. I remember those days where I did not have to pay to use Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. It wasn't even that long ago. This stuff feels like it's moving so quickly. Okay, I get it, corporations. Subscription model is the way. It's the way, it's the truth, according to y'all. But y'all are playing with people now. Everything can't be a subscription. Imagine having to pay subscription to print, to get ink. What? What are we talking about here? Shorty's just trying to get her work done. She cannot get her work done because she has to pay in order to type on a QWERTY keyboard. She has to pay to type. What the heck? Yo, now I'm thinking about it. This is actually kind of crazy. She literally has to pay to type and get her work done. At that point, you might as well just use the Notes app. At least it's free. It don't look nice, but it'll still get the job done for you. You may not be able to pick your font or things of that nature, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nickeling and diming you. Yo, I think the only subscription I have is probably, right now, it's YouTube Music. And I think that's about it. I don't pay for any other subscriptions for real. I think that's about it. Our entertainment is fragmented. We do not own it anymore, which is absolutely sickening. Good Lord.
We're being actually fleeced by companies. The last 2 cars that I owned had remote start capabilities from my remote. It was something that came with the car. I never had to pay, continue paying extra for it. We got a used Toyota Sienna this year. It's 2021. And I asked about remote start and they're like, yeah, you can do it. And I was like, great, show me how to do it for my key. And they're like, no, not that way. You're going to download our Toyota app and you're going to pay $10 a month so that you can remote start your car. No. This is the part. I love technology. And then I'm also like, this is screwing us because they are starting to be able to charge us more for things that used to just come with a car. This isn't news. It's just something that's bugging me this morning.
You're absolutely correct for this to bug you out. I'd be bugged out too. I remember I used to have a 2011 Toyota Camry, and it literally had a remote starter. I would just start it right from the inside of the house. Look out the window real quick, beep, beep, and then would start. It would heat up. I used to live in Massachusetts, and it's cold out there, so you had to preheat the whip. So I would just go out there real quick, beep, beep, preheat the whip, watch some snow fall off my windshield and things of that nature, get in there, and the car's nice and cozy, engine's nice and warm, and then I could go about my day. Now she's talking about, the sales representative said, yeah, you can push the start. However, there's another way to do it. Download the Toyota app and pay bread to be able to start your car. I'm paying money to start the car, hands free, without the key. I have to pay for that. This doesn't even make sense. Recently, even some news came out with homie Elon Musk and Tesla, and he's saying that auto driving feature, the feature that is literally setting Tesla apart in terms of its competitive advantage out here in the market. One of the features that they're like, yo, this car drives itself. It's going to be driving itself, blah, 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 things of that nature. Homeboy said, you're going to have to pay a subscription for that. Why? Why would I pay a subscription for something that's supposed to be in the car anyway? This is one of y'all's selling points. The car can drive itself. You know what I mean? Let's move on.
Why is everything a subscription? Why am I not allowed to send an email? Because I don't have storage. What the actual heck? What sense does it make? It's invisible anyways. It's a cloud storage. Why does it matter? I will never understand. The baby's fine, PG dubs.
Yo, she's 100% correct. I recently went through this with my Gmail account. I'm going through my Gmail account, and then for 15 days straight, it was like, hey, you need more storage. I said, more storage for what? I've been using this same email since like 2012. What you mean now I need more storage? To store what? I've been using the same email since 2012. All of a sudden I gotta pay $3.99 a month for storage so that I can use my emails and send emails and handle my business. Take care of the things that I got to take care of. Another thing that's nasty too, for all of my people who are content creators and just like creative people who utilize Photoshop, respectfully, Photoshop, you're on thin ice. You're on thin ice. You are on thin ice. Because why on God's green earth do I got to pay 20 bucks a month to use Photoshop? I used to own Photoshop. Now there's no way to go buy Photoshop, especially Photoshop 2026. If they release it, when they release it, Photoshop 2025. Why? Y'all getting in the way of the work. People trying to be creative out here. Give us the option to be able to buy it outright one time. Even my editing software, them boys told me, hey, you're gonna have to pay a monthly fee. I said, no, I got the license. I purchased this thing 6-7 years ago. So I'm gonna continue to use this license. I like y'all editing software. I like it. But however, I'm not gonna turn into paying $6, $7, $8, $15 a month to be able to do that. We are not doing that. Everything, ownership is out the window for a lot of people, And the thing is, they're gonna continue to do it because, good Lord, I told you that ARR, that annual recurring revenue on subscriptions, hand over fist is absurd. It's absurd. The companies are going to continue to do it because you and I keep paying. There are alternatives, but it's going to require completely shifting your life around. You're gonna have to shift your life around for real. And we know a lot of these companies know the average day person is gonna give up and be like, oh, whatever. I'll just pay the 10 bucks. I'm just trying to chill after a long day of work, just trying to watch Netflix. It is what it is. I'll just throw anything on at this point. Absolutely absurd work. Absolutely absurd. All y'all subscription-based companies, especially you new ones that came out of nowhere where y'all used to offer y'all products completely like you could purchase it outright, plus you gain the full ownership of it. All you companies, y'all are on hard watch because y'all are playing with people. You're gonna get to the point where, oh, with Microsoft Word, oh, you've already exceeded 500 documents. We're gonna need an extra $10 from you so that you could get more storage, so that you could store more of your writing documents. It sounds crazy. It honestly sounds crazy hearing myself talk about this. That's wild work.
Why does everything need a subscription now? Snapchat's charging rent for my pictures? The fuck? Bought a printer a couple years ago from Costco. Can't even use the thing without a subscription. You cannot print anything without a subscription, right? All right, buy a Ring camera. You have to have a subscription. Kind of understand that one a little bit more. But the one that really fucking gets me is the printer. Gmail charging rent for my emails that you've had all this storage for 10 plus years. Now all of a sudden you don't have the storage for it? The fuck?
My gosh, bro, absolutely absurd. I remember one time, really quick story time, right? My mother, she likes to work out. She likes to run and just be active and exercise. And one time she had purchased a bike to put in the basement so that she could, work out at home and just break a sweat, stay active and stay healthy right at the spot if she can't leave, if it's like too cold or if the weather just doesn't permit her to work out outside. And so she went on the bike, she activated it. She went to go and start using it. They said, nah, you got to pay 15 bucks a month to use the bike. I looked at my mom, I said, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All you wanted to do was work out. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you, my mother. You might as well just go outside and go work out. Whether it rain, sleet, snow, sunshine, it don't even matter. At least it's free. You could break your sweat for free and allow your body to acclimate to the weather at that point. What in the world? This stuff is sickening, bruh. Absolutely sickening. This is the state of the world that we're living in. Nobody wants you to own anything. Ownership is seen as something that's like, nah, that's not the way. Your best bet is just to borrow everything and have absolutely no leverage when the time matters. As someone who does YouTube and creative work, I rely on something like a Photoshop. I rely on a plethora of different apps and tools to be able to get my work done. All of them require a subscription. All of them, except for my video editing tool. I was able to grab that without having to pay $8 a month for it. I purchased that thing outright when you could for like $130 like 6-7 years ago, and I get the updates, I get everything. They update that thing like every other month. The updates is coming out. I'm happy about that. I own it. I should be able to gain the benefit, the future benefits of that purchase. But imagine you just trying to get your work in. You open up your laptop, brand new laptop, by the way. Microsoft Word is on there. You're like, yes, I can get to work. You start typing, nothing can get done because you forgot to pay the $8.99. And then you're like, bet I'm about to go print out my paper. This my 20-page paper that's due tomorrow that for whatever class that I'm writing it for. Oh, according to your HP inkjet, blah, 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 you need to pay a cool $17.99 a month to be able to print the paper. Oh, Toyota, you need to download our app in order to start your car, and you need to pay for that every single month. No, this stuff is getting out of hand. PlayStations, electronic tools for our entertainment, we gotta rent them now. Laptops, you gotta rent them now. You can't own it no more. Nope, sorry, give it back. You want it? Pay up. These companies is making hand over fist, making so much money. They could go into my homeland, my home country, and completely renovate that country the amount of money they make on a monthly basis. I'm from Haiti. They could take care of Haiti. It is what it is. Prices are going to continue to rise up. As long as you and I continue to pay for these things, what we're saying is to the companies is, okay, what you're doing, it's okay. Continue to do it, because last year we made 10 billion. This year we made 15 billion. So what we're doing is working. We've upgraded $5 billion from last year. This works. But the reality of the situation is these things are going to continue to get pricier and pricier and pricier. And it even comes down to our food. Good old Chipotle. I got a video right here for you guys. And listen, if you're someone who loves and enjoys Chipotle, in the near future, you may not see yourself going to Chipotle anymore, because these prices are about to start getting out of hand. That's it for me, guys. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay cool, cozy, righteous out here. Odens. Out.